in the Taraweeh Salah, I have seen some people carrying Quran in their hand and some with mobile phones. Is it permissible or not? What does the hadith say? Please explain in detail. May Allah grant you with more health and wealth. Love from India. Jazakallahu khairan. As far as holding the Musaf, holding the Quran, or a mobile or tablet phone in Taraweeh, is it permissible or not? There are two different rulings. One is as far as the Imam is concerned, and one is as far as the people praying behind the Imam is concerned. As far as the Imam is concerned, according to most scholars, and according to Imam al-Nawawi, and according to the Shafi and the Hanbali madhab, catching a musaf in the hand for the Imam when he's praying, it is permitted. And there is a hadith which is there in Bukhari, where Imam Bukhari has narrated in his Muallaq, in the Muallaq, that's in volume 1, chapter number 54. That means it is not part of the Sahih al-Bukhari, where the hadiths are numbered, but it is there in the chapter. It may not have the same high level of all the criteria of the Bukhari, but it's a Sahih hadith. And it's mentioned in the Sahih Bukhari, volume 1, in chapter number 54, that Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, one of her slaves by the name of Dakwan, he used to lead in Ramzan, the Taraweeh, while holding the Musaf. So by this we get evidence that the Imam can hold the Musaf. And Ibn Wahab, he said that it is said by Ibn Shahib that the best amongst us during Ramadan, we used to hold the Musaf while doing Taraweeh. That means it was common that people used to hold the Quran. According to Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, he says that it is not permitted, and he gives reason because there is excessive movement. When you hold the Musaf and you're turning the pages, there's excessive movement, and that nullifies the prayer. So according to Imam Abu Hanifa, it is not accepted, but according to the other Aimmas, it is permitted. But we find hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that our beloved Prophet ﷺ held his granddaughter Umayma while offering salah. So holding a child, there is more movement as compared to holding a musaf. So based on this, majority of the scholars says there is no problem if the Imam doesn't know the Quran completely, he can hold the musaf, it is permitted, and there is no problem at all. Except for Imam Abu Hanifa and the Hanafi school of thought, most of the scholars agree that it is permitted. Come to the question that can a person who's praying behind the Imam, can he hold the musaf? Or can he hold the mobile phone or a tablet? According to the majority of the scholars, that a person who's praying behind the Imam, it is makruh to hold the musaf, because if he doesn't hold and if he concentrates on the Quran, he can concentrate better and he can do better ibadah. But according to most of the scholars, that this makruh, if a person doesn't understand Arabic as a language. At the time of the Prophet also, there was people who used to hold the Quran and during the Salah. So the scholars, what they say, that for an Imam to hold the Quran during Taraweeh is no problem at all. In the first Salah, it is makruh. Some say it is permissible, no problem. As far as the Muqtadi is concerned, the people praying behind, it is preferable they should not, but if they hold, it is makruh. But what the scholars say, that if a person holding the Musaf behind, and if he doesn't understand some words, and if he looks at the tafsir, it is permissible. Similarly, if a person who doesn't know Arabic and cannot understand the meaning of the Quran, if he holds and reads the translation of the Quran, care should be taken that he should not read the English translation. That will invalidate the Salah. Because in the Salah, you can only read the Arabic portion of the Quran. The translation is not the Arabic portion. So if you are holding the translation of the Quran, and if you move your lips and if you read in English what you are reading, that invalidates the Salah. So care should be taken that if you are holding a translation of the Quran in Taraweeh and behind the imam, though it is makruh, if you don't know Arabic as a language, the scholar says it is permissible. It is permissible. If you don't know, it will help you to concentrate better, and you can do more tadabbur, and it will help you to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you are a person who doesn't know Arabic as a language, and if you are standing behind the imam in Taraweeh, most of the scholars say it's permissible whether you hold a mushaf or whether you take a mobile or a tablet. Even if you read the translation, it is permissible as long as it increases in your khushu, it increases in your concentration, and you come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is permissible. But the best is the person should know Arabic as a language. If the person knows Arabic as a language and understands the Quran directly, nothing better than that, to hear the Imam reciting and you directly understanding the Quran. Besides doing Tazakkur Quran, you can do Tadabbur Quran if you know Arabic as a language. That's the best. But if you don't know Arabic as a language, and if you hold the mobile phone or a tablet or the translation of the Quran and you read, it is permissible according to most of the scholars. Hope that answers.